Hello everybody, Jan of Jan Hicks Creates here, back for day 8 of our holiday gift extravaganza. I do have a little kitty here next to me, purring away because I'm petting her. If I stop, you will probably hear about it, or I will probably hear about it. She's feeling a little neglected today, and I am feeling very distracted today because we're going to be starting to paint our bedroom today. This is Mike gets a 3-day weekend every other weekend. He works what is it, an 980 shift, however you say that. So he gets every other Friday off. So anyways, this weekend is paint the bedroom weekend. So we've got all the furniture moved out of the way. He's going to start painting up there. Bedroom is right above us. So yeah, if I'm a little distracted today, forgive me. This will be happening today and tomorrow and possibly into Sunday. And then we're hoping to get it done. So the weekend, I might not be around as much as I have been, but we are going to proceed, push through, and give away more things. So she's a very contented kitty because she's on her chair now with her slave next to her. So first, a little business to take care of. Teresa Boyer, you won the Treehouse Fiber Arts fabric on the first day. I have not heard from you. I did leave a comment on your comment, so please get in touch with me with your mailing address so I can get that out in the mail. I don't quite know how to handle the things that don't get claimed. I guess I'll see where we're at the end of the time, if there's anybody that hasn't gotten in touch with me at that point. And then I'll decide. How's that for putting off a decision? Sounds good to me at this point. Okay, yesterday's question was, when you do only have a few minutes to stitch, what do you pick up? There were quite a few of you that said, if you only have a few minutes, you don't pick up stitching. You like to have concentrated time where you can really sit down and get a chunk done. Many of you said that if you only have a few minutes to work on something, you'll pick up something like crochet or knitting, something that kind of goes a little faster and maybe something that you don't have to think about a lot. And then there's those of you that will pick up something small to stitch on. Maybe whatever you were working on the previous evening that you can just pick up and kind of pick up where you left off. But then there's quite a few of you that might have something on your floor stand, and if you're going to sit a few minutes, you'll just sit down and continue to work on that. So yeah, I wouldn't say that there is any one way of doing things that is like the norm. We're all normal, or we all have our own ways of doing things, or something like that. As I said, I like to do my knitting first thing in the morning. It's kind of, for me, a very peaceful way to get started on the day, to have the yarn flowing and the needles clicking. Oh, God bless you. Little kitty sneezes. But if I weren't knitting, I would, and I only had a few minutes, I would be working on a small, something that I can see some progress on without very many stitches. So that's how I do it. Okay, yesterday's winners. And also, you know, if I feel like I'm rushing, it's because Mike's up there working and I need to get up there and share the load, as it were. I'm trying not to rush. I want to give each day its due. But anyway, yesterday's gifts. Nina, I need my hand. She says, no, you don't, Mommy. I need your hand. Okay, I don't really need my hand. Okay, yesterday, number 1 was the Stitchy Stars Set. So that is the pattern, the fabric, and the DMC floss pack, all from Fat Quarter. Well, no, this was donated by somebody. Sorry about that. This is going to Angela Buckley. Angela says, nice, oh, wait. I have a bit of crochet going at the moment. My first time to make pot holders. Are those gifts, Angela? I love knitted pot holders and crocheted pot holders and all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure how well they ever really work, but they're pretty, right? All right, that is number 1. Number 2 is the Merry Christmas book. And that is going to Katrina T. Katrina says, In the winter, I stitch easy projects in the morning because it's so dark, but in the spring and summer, I stitch on more difficult projects because the light is better. That makes total sense, Katrina. I like that. I love stitching in natural light. I don't know, there just seems to be something easier and clearer about it, and being outside in natural light just makes me happy. Number 3, Vintage Christmas Sampler by Lori Holt. It's So Emma. This is going to Dee Dee Hansen. Dee Dee says, I'm working on a knitted prayer shawl. Our church gives shawls to those who have lost someone or have been sick to help cheer them up. That is a lovely idea. I love the idea of us using our gifts to provide gifts like that. Number 4 is the bag from Maria. MysticMeadowCreations.com is her website. This is going to Kim Dye. Kim says, I'm a bit of a craft time snob. I love that. I like to dedicate bigger blocks of time when I pick up to stitch. I make sure all of my cleaning, laundry, anything that needs to be done is done so I can work on a project without worrying about the laundry buzzer going off or having to allow myself time to vacuum. I can concentrate fully on my project. Kim, that is such a good point. My personality is such that I hate being interrupted when I'm trying to get something done. And have you ever noticed, especially if you have like a mini goal set, either something as simple as I want to finish this thread or I want to get this section done, whatever the thing is that is calling to you, whether it's the laundry buzzer or whether it's Mike saying, hey, dinner's ready. He does all the cooking. He's a gem. It's right before I reach that goal, like right before. And it's always like, I'm not getting up until this is done. Now, the time that was the clearest to me, that my personality was such, and the most difficult to deal with, was when my boys were little. And I was working on something, and of course, when a little baby needs you, they need you. You can't say, let me finish this thread. That is what really taught me that that's how my personality works. I like to have a nice, clear ending before I get up and have to do something else. Is that how you are? I have a feeling that's probably how a lot of us are, but maybe not. All right. The planners. Wait. Where did I go? I just totally, it's because I'm putting stuff on the keyboard and it's bumping all over the place. Okay, the planners. Planner 1, number 5, is going to Laura Davis. Laura says, in the morning, when I'm able to get a few stitches in, I pick up whatever I was working on the day before. It doesn't have to be something small, just whatever is within reach. So she's one of those with, give me something to stitch and I'll stitch it. And then number 6, the other planner, is going to Homegrown and Handmade. It depends on how my day has gone. If it's been a hectic day, I pick up my easiest whip. So, and that's how I am too. If I've had a stressful day, a busy day, a day where I just need calm, I either do knitting instead of stitching, because knitting, the flow of knitting just brings me peace, or a cross-stitch project that doesn't need a lot of my brain. So I totally get that. Okay, so that is yesterday's. Let me clear these off and around the kitty. And I don't know, now I know all of you know this because you know that Nina, and prior to this, Sasha, is a huge part of our lives, but you know how whenever you're on a stash unloading site, they say, you know, smoke-free, pet-friendly. I hope you all know that this is cat-friendly, and when I send to you your gifts, it may very well have some cat fur attached to it. And Nina says, well, yeah. All right, now I can go down to my notes for today. Okay, So the gifts for today. I actually didn't open this bag, so you're going to hear some, let's see if I can get one out. You're going to hear some crinkles here. I had a gift from someone of a whole bag of these stitchy bows. This, needless to say, is US only. So there is 10 stitch bows in each packet, and I'm not sure how many packages are in here. She probably told me in her email, but I don't remember. But there's probably 15 or so. So you have, if you've been wanting to try this system, or you're converting and you need more, or you'd like to convert to it, this would be a good way to start. Now, if you don't know what a stitch bow is, it is a way to store your 6-strand floss, any of your floss that is on a skein, an intact skein, you can kind of see on the back there. And it is manufactured by DMC. So that is number one, and like I said, US only, unless you want to pay shipping. Number two is a set of foundation papers. This is a gift from Fat Quarter Shop. So we have 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 2.5 inch, 3.5 inch, and 4.5 inch for your quilty pleasure. This one, it's not too heavy. This could probably go international. So that is number two. I know, Nina, I'm not petting you. Number three is US only. Merry Christmas to all kit. So that this has the chart, the Ada, the fabric. And it looks like the floss is separated onto the floss card. So that's an imaginating kit. Number four is another imaginating kit called Peace Ornaments, so ornaments in blue. And again, fabric, floss all separated onto floss card. So that is number four. Number five, let me move the sticker because it is right over the picture, is Plum Street Sampler Lesson 1 from her Cereal Bowl collection of sampler lessons. So number five. And number six is 2 of Lila Studio's seasons. So we have winter and summer, right? So these together are number 6. And so the kits are US only. The quilt papers, I'm going to do international. The stitch bows are US only. And then these patterns are international. You're taking notes, right? I hope so. All right. So that is for today. Today's question is from Mickey Santee. And she wants to know, what is your favorite holiday cookie or treat? I think this is the time of year when we all start to think about what cookies we're going to make, what candies we're going to make, what, for Hanukkah, you're making latkes and challah bread and all the different fun things that we make and feel free to eat. Eggnog, oh, so much goodness. I mentioned the other day that I was feeling kind of lightheaded, and I thought it was from all the sugar, even though I only had one candy. So our neighbor brought over a little, probably what was a jam jar full of homemade candies of a bunch of different varieties. And what I had was a maple icing covered caramel. And I am 100% positive that the caramel recipe she used is exactly the same as what we made when we were growing up. My grandmother always made caramels for Christmas. My mother helped her, and then we were the ones making the caramels for Christmas. So you melt all that wonderful sugary goodness together and lay it out in a thin cookie pan to cool, and then cut it up and twisted up into wax paper. And that's exactly, I have some of those with the wax paper in that little jar too. And I think there's some chocolate covered nuts in there. I don't know what all else, but what is your favorite holiday treat, whether to make or to consume? It is the season, right? All right, guys, I am going to close there for today. I'll be painting. Tomorrow I'll be sore. Tomorrow I'll be painting. Tomorrow the next day I'll be sore, but that's okay because we're excited to get this done. Getting the bedroom done means that all of the painting, except for the front door, we're going to change the color of the front door too. Yeah, we'll be pretty much done with the painting. So until then, guys, you have a fantastic day or evening or wherever you are in the time of day in your little area of the world. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.